everybody, it's Micheline from Micheline Makes again with another vlog, but this is a make it vlog. But first of all, it's flipping cold up here in the UK, up here on the northeast of England. I am frozen, so I've got what I would call I'll take this off and show you what it is. I'm made using some fabric, kind of twisted neck collar, and it makes a difference for around here. I hate having cold on my neck, so this just goes around here and keeps me warm. But I have been making some other scarves. I've been designing some scarves, and I haven't got one on because it won't match this. I'm using fabric that's from leftover dresses, say this kind of thing. If I have any spare fabric, I haven't got any of this, otherwise I would have made one. But any fabrics that I had spare, I'm making a scarf with it. And this is one of the fabrics that I've just used. I had made a dress with it, and this is one of the fabrics I've used. This is all I've got left. But what I'm going to show you is how I made it. So as I said, this was the fabric that I've done the demonstration on, but you can't really see. The pattern is such a busy pattern, you can't see some of the things that I've done. So I'm going to very quickly show you on this fabric. This is some fabric. I don't think I ever showed you what I made out of this. I made a sweatshirt, and it was a nice one. What is it? The houses. It's houses. This is a fleece lined one. Just houses with purples on it and blue and navy blue. It's fleece lined, and I got this from Pound Fabrics as well. It's lovely and warm. It made a nice fleece lined top. Made it. Did I like it? I made it, but I just had too many things, so I sold it. But anyway, I've got about this much left. I've got far too much, and I could make more than one scarf. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a scarf. And basically, if I take this piece that I've got here and wrap it around my neck, that's about the length I want it to be. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut a piece of a rectangle of it out about that much, and I'll show you that better off when I'll explain that more in the actual vlog when I make it. But that's going to be about that much, and I'm going to cut along there, along the bottom there, and get a rectangle. So I'll be back in a second. So I have cut a piece, basically that piece that I had that goes around my neck like that. I think I said 45 centimeters. You can go for 45 if you like. It's basically, as long as it goes round like that, that's all I want. Maybe it's even just going over a little bit there, but that's the size I want. And as I said, it's doubled over, so that's what it's like normally, and it's going to be folded in half along the length. And then I made four long pieces, and I tell you about the measurements in the rest of this vlog. There should be 4 of those. They don't have to be very wide because they're going to be ties. They're going to be made into ties, those. And then this one is a narrower one, which I've done, and basically I'm going to make those into thinner ties. We're going to have them so that the right side that way, but they're going to form thinner ties. No, they're not. They're going to form loops. I tell a lie. They're going to be the ties. These are going to be the loops. And out of this piece here, I'm going to make 4 loops. So I'm going to basically, once I've made it into a tube and turned it inside out, I'm going to cut it down there, and I'm going to have 4 loops, so that the loops, once they're made, they will be like that. They'll form little loops like that. So the measurements are I'll put it on here afterwards. And then basically what I do for starters is I fold this long piece in half, right sides together. Now the problem with jersey is it curls, so you have to cater for the fact that it curls. I often pin it. I generally pin it along to stop it from curling. But and because it's a curly fabric, I'm going to and because I've got one, I'm going to serge along it rather than sew. But if you haven't got a serger, then you can sew along it. It's just as easy to sew. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew, oh, I'm going to change the shape of it first. I forgot about that. I'm going to change the shape. I need to get it everything to match closer, but I'm going to have it pinned like that, and it's going to go up here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right side together like this, and this is the edge, that's the fold in the middle, and I'm going to take either a plate or do it from my own eye and cut a curve around here, cut a curve around there. Now the very first scarf I made, I think I've made 3 or 4 of these. The very first one I made, I curved the top end and I curved the bottom end. And then this one, I just did the curve on the top end. Or you could do it on the bottom end, it's whichever you choose to have. I'm going to have the curve on the top here. So I'll cut that now and let you see. So hang on a second, I'm just cutting them on top, and then I'm going to do it by hand. Because I've got the 4 pieces of fabric together, you'll be able to see what I mean. So I now have cut that in a curve like that. And if I open it out, it's got a curve. I'll hold it upside down so you can see that way. This end is the square end, and that end is the curved end. Square end at the top, curved end at the bottom. And what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to open it up first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that to one side, and then I'm going to take these straps, and basically I want to make tubes out of them. But what I also want to do is, you can do one of 2 things. If you just want to make a tube, you can make a tube, then turn them the right way around. And then because it's jersey, you could tie a knot in the end on one end. You could have it like this when it's closed. You can have like a little knot at the end on one end, and that's just as good. Or if you wanted to, you could go right sides together, leave one end open, go right sides together all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, right to the other end, and then go down this way and close it off at one end, and then pull it through. And then you do the same with that little narrow one. You right sides together, but you don't finish off the end. You basically do right sides together, turn it over, turn it inside out or outside in, and then you cut it into 4 pieces. Cut down there, then take your 2 pieces like that and cut down there. So now I've done these 4, I've just got to trim all the extra bits off. What I've done on mine is I've tapered the one side to a point, the other side square ended. I've got 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're currently the wrong way they're outside, the inside out. So I've got to turn them round and turn them inside out. And there's the other one, which I've just done a square end on there and a square end on there, and I'm going to turn that inside out. So I have turned these 4 inside out, and I've done a little pointy one. So I've got 4 with points, 1, 2, 3, 4, that length, and I've got one that has no point because it's going to be cut in half. Cut that bit off there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that there, cut it in half, and then take it again, match the ends, and cut it in half again. Right, I've drawn on this grey to let you see. Basically, I'm going to turn this, inside here, I'm going to put 1 strap there, 1 strap there, 1 loop there, and 1 loop there. So I'm going to open this up, and I'll show you what I mean. Put a long tube there and there, then I've got the little loops there and there, and when this goes over the top, this is going to be pushed inside, And when this goes over the top here, it will be all enclosed. I'm going to do the same to the other end there, to the other end here. And then once I've got that done, I'm going to go along here, up there, and I'm going to stop there. And then I'm going to go along there, down and along. And I'm going to leave a little gap in between there. So I'll show you, I'll come to that in a minute. I'll show you. Pin this in. The cords are all inside there. I'm going to sew down there to there, along there, and I've made a little place where I'm going to have the opening. I'm going to go along there and then come up here and finish here, finish at this end. And then I'll use, where I've done that there, I'll turn that inside out. So I've done, I've sewn that round. I've got the gap at the bottom. I'll turn it upside down so you can see it easier. I've got the gap there on the straight edge, and I've gone along there. I've gone round there to the end, and you can see those little pieces there that are sticking out. And same on the other side. I now have to trim around the edge of the thing and around the edge, and then turn it inside out. So that's my next step. So I've now trimmed it, and I'm going to turn it inside out, and apart from that, you're nearly all done. So I'm just going to get a hold of it and turn it inside out that way, and the other way. Oh, not inside out, yeah, inside out, yeah, inside out and outside in, yes. Right, so I now have this, and I'm going to have to press it. Uh-oh, I have a problem. Look at that, I didn't catch that bit, so I'll have to go back and turn it inside out and do it again. Wait for me to do that. So that's fixed. So now I'm going to turn it back out so that it's inside out, outside. So the, what do you call it? There's an Americans say pretty side out, pretty side out. So I now have to close that little opening. I'll hand sew that little opening. Let's put a couple of pins there just to show you. 1, 2, there. So the bit that's along there where the opening was, I need to sew that, hand sew it, and then I need to make sure this is all out the right way, and then press it. So I'll come back to you in a second.